Deutsche Welle operates under a reign of terror. It's absolutely clear that criticism of Israel, criticism of Israeli policy, is akin to anti-Semitism.
Martin Gak, an Argentinian Jewish journalist who worked at Deutsche Welle for 10 years, says the German state broadcaster created a workplace environment filled with fear for those reporting on Israel's genocidal war on Palestine's Gaza. Gak is among many staff members who blew the whistle on the company's staunch pro-Israeli bias. Staff members reported that they witnessed senior newsroom figures make anti-Muslim, derogatory, and dehumanizing comments about Palestinians and pro-Palestine protesters with impunity.
I can tell you that the general sense of discontent inside Deutsche Welle with the way that management and the editorial teams have managed the slaughter of Gaza, which now I think we can openly say the genocide of Gaza, is very, very widespread. You have colleagues that either are in Gaza or have friends in Gaza, and what the editorial team is telling you is that what you know, you cannot say.
This control now extends beyond the workplace and is also influencing the personal and professional freedom of employees.
But Deutsche Welle made it extremely clear that we were not allowed to talk about it, not even in our private space.
Gak said that Deutsche Welle had sent a number of emails outlining how staff should report on Israel's onslaught on Gaza. The German news outlet also created a separate style guide specifically for covering stories from Palestine.
There was also now a set of emails that were sent around January of 2023 in which they made it absolutely clear that the central management was willing to actually fire people or relieve them of their functions if they made mistakes concerning Israel and Palestine. I mean, what kind of madness is it? The one in which you're in an organization, German organization in 2024, in which as a Jew, you need to go into the dark corners of the corridor to criticize Israeli policy. I was told in no uncertain terms by different people at different times that, we are a German organization, so we cannot criticize Israel.
The journalist received a letter after his dismissal accusing him of using extreme language. The letter made serious accusations against him.
I got a letter from Deutsche Welle. I was already fired at that point. I mean, it was 6 months after they announced that they were canceling my contract. They urged me to immediately stop, or that they would take all steps possible under German labor law. In other words, they would actually immediately put me out. So what was interesting about the letter is that it had all the language of an accusation of anti-Semitism.
Deutsche Welle operates under public law and is funded by Germany's federal tax budget. Many experts agree that the country's unconditional support for Israel is deeply rooted in its post-Holocaust guilt, and Deutsche Welle's pro-Israel coverage seems to reflect this. Critiquing any of Israel's policies is tantamount to anti-Semitism in Deutsche Welle's eyes. And as the company strives to silence its former staff with threats of lawsuits, it continues to impose a strict ideological conformity on the stories published by its current employees.
I come from a Judaism that is essentially attached to, I would say, two principles. One is that no human suffering is foreign to me. And the second one is that whoever saves a life saves the world. This is Judaism for me. It's not allegiance to Israel. Germany is still no country for Jews. You are the Jew that the German state and its institutions want you to be, or you are de facto an anti-Semite.